Hello, my name is Jordan Satterfield, and today I'm going to present you how to make life a little more balanced, or at least a little bit closer. Now, but before I begin, I have a quick question for the audience. Who in here works either a full-time or part-time job? Anyone? How about you?
Work a full-time job.
Full-time job? Where do you work?
U.S. Air Force.
And would you say you relatively enjoy working at the Air Force?
I relatively enjoy it, yeah.
That's very good to hear, but I'm sure you're very stressed throughout the day in some days, right? In fact, according to APA's 2021 Work and Wellbeing Survey, 71% of Americans typically feel stressed during their workday. And such as like the person in the audience said himself working for the Air Force or even any other job. Some days just become very stressful, very repetitious. And that can include waking up, grabbing coffee, breakfast, rushing to work, beating the traffic. All these things just become very repetitious throughout your day, and you can feel overwhelmed and anxious constantly, and which is why you need a balance. And I'm here to offer you 3 solutions to do such a thing. Number 1, I say plan out your day before it begins, prioritize your health, don't neglect your favorite hobbies, and just taking these small steps before making those big changes, you'll see small, meaningful changes gradually that allow you to see immediately results right after this speech. Now, a quick story. I work a part-time job in the summer for college, and I work at my local market district just as a cashier and front-end attendant. And I see customers like you throughout the store coming to me for price checks, whatever. And then sometimes you do get the occasional customer who's very angry, very in your face, and it becomes very stressful sometimes. And I just kind of feel overwhelmed at some points, and I honestly feel like, man, this job sucks. And I remember one night, I was in the parking lot right after a shift. It was one night, and it was 10 p.m. or so. And I just hang my head on the steering wheel. I'm like, man, it was just one of those bad days, and I just couldn't get over it. But I turned on my car, and lo and behold, this one song came on a local station. It was by Cody Johnson, Till You Can't. And this one verse I'd like you all to hear really stuck with me, and I'll read it for you. You can tell your old man fishing, you'll do some largemouth fishing another time. You just got too much on your plate to bait and cast a line. You can always put a rain check in his hand till you can't. Now, I truly felt those words, as you always have to work, and not every day is going to be perfect. But if you just change your mindset, you can make the time. You can make the time to do the things you love, such as fishing with your dad. Because if you just keep saying work is like, if you make work your top priority in life, you'll always never have time to do the things you love, and you'll just constantly feel stressed. But if you work at the first part of your day, you'll allow that free time at the end of the day to do the things you love and build those relationships with the people you love most. Now, number 1, the biggest, most crucial step in my opinion is just plan out your day. This could be on your phone or calendar, planner, whatever. Just kind of keep a mental mindset of what you do in a day. Now, this is a typical schedule of what I go through in a typical day in my life. So number 1, I wake up at 6:37, set those alarms, and actually make sure you wake up, because it's so very easy to say, oh, just another day, I'm so tired. But really force yourself to wake up. It'll allow you to be more motivated throughout the day and get your day going. 2, go to the gym at around 7:30. I like to work out, as I'll mention later, for at least 1 hour throughout your day, where no one's in my face, I'm just to myself. And it's also beneficial for my health. 3, I come home around 8:39. I get ready, make breakfast, get ready to drive to work. 4, work an 8-hour shift, 10 to 6. And I come home at 6:20, giving me 3 to 4 hours of stuff I get to choose, which includes, that's the work-life balance. Working the first part of your day so you could party at night, as I like to say. So my schedule continued. A statistic I found by the American Time Use Survey, American adults have about 36 to 40 hours of free time in a week. Really think about that. Of all the time, if you use your time effectively, you could have 36 to 40 hours of free time of your choosing, of any non-work related activity. And that can be perhaps maybe go golfing with friends, which is what I love to do. Late night fishing with my dad, I said in the song, because I do love to fish with my dad, as I hold it very sincere. Video games, etc. And bed at latest by 10:30, as you cannot neglect your sleep. And in fact, a University of Michigan study said sleep is essential for every process in the body. so that we can be able to fight those obstacles the next day and improve our energy levels. Number 2, I am a firm believer that spending at least 1 hour within the gym will improve upon yourself physically and mentally and improve that productivity throughout the day. Actually, a quote from Harvard Health says, "Exercise fights depression and anxiety and promotes healthy sleep, improving the quality of daily life." And all the time it takes is just 1 hour. Even some days half an hour, 1 hour. If you just push yourself, you'll improve both your physical health, your mental health. You'll see your energy levels increase throughout the day, and you'll actually, in fact, get better sleep if you truly put in the work. And then number 3, I say don't neglect your favorite hobbies. Remember, if you plan your day outright, you should have those 3 to 4 times as I mentioned, 3 to 4 hours of free time as I mentioned, which is the 36 hours of free time you get to spend in the week. But my biggest concern, do not waste this time by scrolling your phone or watching TV. And in fact, Americans aged 18 to 64 who use social networks like this spend an average 3.2 hours per day liking, commenting on social media. And that could just be so detrimental for mental health. And in fact, it's just a waste of time when you can actually use something to improve your mental health in a more productive way. And that can be just putting the phone down and do the things you love outside. I love to go golfing, as I said, and fishing, hanging out with friends, or even trying something new. A story I like to always say is when I was in college this last semester, my one roommate came up to me, he's like, "You know what, Jordan, we should try curling." Curling. I never even heard of curling, yet even thought of playing it. But if I play this video for you guys, here I am on Pagola ice at Penn State, curling for the first time at a Learn to Curl event. Now, I was bewildered that I'm actually even doing this, but would I have think of that I would have the most fun, and I met some of the most interesting people there, doing some dumb club, honestly, but I loved it. And you can just try something new, put yourself out there, and you'll see that work-life balance come into place. Now, some of my final thoughts. As I mentioned before, if you organize your schedule before the day starts, prioritize your physical mental health at least one point in your day, and get your daily dose of any hobby, non-work related, you too will make some meaningful changes within your life and get the day going. Now, before I end, I'd like to leave you with a quote from one of my Penn State professors in one of the College of Engineering. "Life is not a work-life balance, but rather a work-life harmony." Now, life will never be perfect every single day, and you'll need to sacrifice some time in your life. That's why it says harmony. Some days you might have that big test or project where you need to sacrifice some of your free time and put it towards work. But just realizing how to effectively manage your time, you too can be able to achieve more of a work-life harmony, as he puts it, in your life and put yourself ahead of others. Thank you.